Hey everyone, welcome to a new RCT2 challenge. Now, as you may know, I love science, so today I'm going to do something scientific. I'm going to see if it's possible to drown at least 60,000 guests at the same time. Now, in the normal version of OpenRCT2, this would not be possible, as you can have only around 9,600 guests at most, since that's the sprite limit. But right now I'm playing on the experimental new save file format build, and if you look here you can see that the maximum amount of sprites is 65,535. So that should allow us to have at least 60,000 guests in the park. Now, in order to start this scientific experiment, first I'm going to need a pool big enough to drown all these guests in. So that's what I'm going to start with first. Okay, the setup I've made for this experiment is pretty simple. It's simply a path leading up here with a banner that doesn't allow any guests to return. Now, if it is looking like some sort of a ritual sacrifice thing to you, don't worry, it's nothing of the sorts. Alright, I'm now just going to let some guests into the park and then see how it goes. Okay, it seems we've hit a little bit of a snag here. I'm going to need to sort this out. Looks like the paths are not connected properly here. So let's remove this mess and try it again. Okay, the game does not seem to be liking this. It's really crawling ahead, almost crawl to a halt. I'm seeing quite some graphical glitches here because of the big amount of guests on this small surface. So yeah, I think to continue this experiment we're going to need a bigger pool. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. Alright, I think this pool is more up to the task. Well, if this is starting to look like a ritual sacrifice to you, once again, don't worry, it's nothing of the sort. Also, if you're worried that this is cruel, don't worry, guests don't actually feel anything. I can prove that by letting one swim in the water. If the game allows me, that is. See, guests are just zeros and ones, they don't actually feel anything. So don't worry about that. Okay, to make the experiment extra scientific, I'm just going to add a little touch to it. There we go, much more scientific. Alright, now it's time to invite our guests and see if we can drown 60,000 guests at the same time. Okay, I'm just going to add a little frame rate counter at the top of our screen, because it should give us some more information. Alright, my computer is begging for me to stop, but it looks like we still need to give it a little push, since we're not exactly at 60,000 yet. So let's just keep going for a little bit. Okay, we're now over 60,000 guests. While we're here, we can probably just go to the limit. So I'll just try seeing how far we can take this. Alright, we're over 65,000 guests now. I think this is a good moment to stop. So I'll just wait until all the guests are here on the platform, and then I'll do my sacrifice. Then I'll start the experiment. Now, I could try to speed up the game now, but I think that would probably blow up my CPU. So I'm just going to speed it up in the video editing. Alright, after 5 minutes of painstakingly slow walking, all the guests have made it onto the platform. So now it's time for the scientific part of this video, which is to check if it's possible to make more than 60,000 guests drown at the same time. So for that, we're going to use this nice tool, which allows us to remove all the paths in one go. Oh Lord Cthulhu, please accept my gracious offer to you. Alright, so it looks like our question has been answered. Is it possible to drown more than 60,000 guests at the same time? Yes, it is. Will the world be plunged into 1,000 years of darkness? Possibly. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you later. How did this guy escape?